What are underrated websites and what do you use them for? Nanite.com allows you to pick and choose from a large selection of commonly used programs like Steam, WinRAR, and random other things you need want while setting up a computer. The awesome part is that once you've selected all the programs you would like, it will simply install them all with no bullshit. No ads, no cost, no boxes, nothing. You get one executable and it installs everything you checked without any of the hassle of going through each program's hoops. If you get Nanite installer, do not remove it. You can use it to install updates to all of your Nanite installed programs. I added it to my grandpa's laptop and said, click this in a once on a while and it will update your programs. I did not know this and I've used Nanite for years. RemoveBG does a pretty solid job at removing the background of any image. You can even just Ctrl+V, lowers quality a little. Yep, I mainly use online tools for small photo edits. RemoveBG is what helped me make a new photograph required for my school application. While others went to actual studios, I just modified my selfie. You just saved me a lot of money with your grad school application tip. Thank you. Main page, a library of public domain classical sheet music. You can pretty much find any classical music over 100 years old. I stopped buying sheet music when I discovered it. Plus, it's pretty easy to send music to students during e-class in lockdown. Well, that beats the hell out of using image search and getting paywalled at every promising looking sheet. Freaking hell. No joke. As someone who plays piano and guitar, the difficulty in finding good transcriptions on piano is almost impossible. But for guitar it's like a million free copies. PDFDrive.com. This site has a pretty cool collection of free ebooks without registering. NaturalReaders.com. It's basically a text-to-speech site that lets you copy and paste passages into a text box and then the computer will read it back to you. I use this when I need to type out papers, short stories or any other lengthy piece of writing as a way of proofreading. It's nice to use this way, because then you can hear your errors read aloud. I use it when I have a lot of reading assignments for college and I don't have time to really get to them all, but I want to listen to a reading while I clean or something. I used to use it for long reports. English isn't my native language and I try to get a listen to my writing to see if it sounds right. I stopped using it once I realized my spelling is just so horrible that it would sound like an alien regurgitating. Camel.com tracks the price history of something on Amazon so you can see if a sale is actually a good deal. The Chrome extension Keeper adds this functionality directly onto the Amazon product pages. I've saved a lot of money by seeing items that regularly go on sale. Real example, the Instapot Duo Nova, regularly $100, but I noticed it went to $50 twice the last 3 months. I waited a few days and now sure enough it's $50 again. 10-minute mail. No need to use my own email to read a random website. I made a Reddit account using these emails. Account still working fine. This one sounds interesting. Finally, I can get my revenge. I will now create many fake emails and use them to spam the inboxes of pin sites. Domain gets blocked by some websites. I use MailPoof. I use these all the time. They help so much in keeping my daily inbox cleaner. I use a similar website called YetMail to avoid spam mails. It also has an option to choose how long the email will be valid, an hour to a few days. DeepL.com Translator. DeepL for translations, instead of Google Translate. Although language options are still limited, the results are more natural and elegant. I'm a bilingual Chinese-English speaker and use this whenever I can't remember how to say a phrase in the other language. It's very accurate. Yes? Much words. JustWatch.com allows me to search up a movie or TV show and tells me where it's streaming. I'm always looking for this type of resource for movies for my kid. Thanks for the link. Unsplash.com. Tons of free-to-use images of damn near everything. I love this one. I'm in a web design course and the prof recommended its smiley face. Pexels.com is also very good to use. I find more offbeat stuff there. FutureMe.org. You can use it to send emails to the future you. Been using it for almost 3 years. It helps put into perspective how much has changed over the course of a year. Is there a website that allows me to send an email to past me? I've got a couple of things I need to warn me about. Can you CC me? Yikes. This one could be so good or so bad. My experience wasn't ideal. My now wife and I had been together for a year or so and sent an email to our future selves about all our hopes and dreams. Getting married, what jobs we'd have, having kids, how good a granny her mom would be, etc., etc. Silly, fun stuff. In the intervening years, most of my wife's family had died, including her mum. And after 3 miscarriages, we'd just lost our full-term little boy. It was a relouched moment. I'm sure in different circumstances it's a great idea, but in this case, 0 out of 10 would not recommend. Hey, looks like you survived, champ. Lightningmaps.org. It tells you in real time where lightning strikes anywhere in the world. Nice to track when there is a thunderstorm where you live. Good luck to Spain, I guess. Spain getting rocked right now, LOL. Can confirm. I find this site very soothing. It's also cool to see a strike on the map and then hear the thunder a couple of seconds later. If you zoom in enough, they show a prediction of where the sound wave should be. It's usually off by a second or two, but pretty close. Photopea.com. Online image editor with Photoshop feature. Photopea is excellent. For those curious, it has the absolute best PSD file support of any non-Adobe product I've been able to find. Yes, better PSD support than GIMP or Affinity. Everyone who doesn't need super high Photoshop levels use this. It has most of the features of Adobe Photoshop, and is probably the best discovery I have ever made on the internet, other than DaVinci Resolve editing software. Flightradar24.com. Tracking of airplane movements over the world. Sometimes I even look myself up when I am on an airplane. Hitmap.com. Calculating distances between airports on the Great Circle. Has some other neat features. 2. Stellarium.org. Kinda like Google Earth for the sky, planets and stars. Love that tool. Anisarc.com. German website to log scene anime. C-Hubser. If you're a university student and you need access to paid online journals, this is the website. You put in the DOI of the journal and it gives you the access to that journal. Good website. Really helpful for my studies. The Noun Project. Need an icon for something and don't have time to make it yourself. People from all over the world create them and upload them. Great resource for graphic designers. Icons available in SVG or JPEG, and they're doing stock photos now too. Worn.net. They are masters at tracking down the exact clothes actors wear in TV shows, and they often show a similar cheaper option if your budget is not the same as millionaires. Is there a version of this for movies? A Knight's Tale has one of the coolest wardrobes I've ever seen in a movie. I used this one time after my girlfriend saw an actress wearing some pajamas on a show. I looked them up. Something like $800 for pajamas. I think we in general vastly underestimate just how expensive people wear on shows, even supposedly poor characters. I looked at an outfit from Lisa on Younger. It was a long skirt with a simple t-shirt and a bag and it was over $3,000. T-shirt alone was like $400. But they did suggest something similar and affordable. For when you see a word in a different language, or your own, and you want to know how it's pronounced, or how it sounds in different accents, dialects. People record themselves saying words and upload it with their general location. I tell everyone I can about this site. Runp.com. It tells you the best time for a bathroom break and gives a brief description of what you would miss. Love it. When Avengers Endgame came out at 3 hours long, my local theater had signs posted saying things like at 43 minutes in, Thor says hello everybody. You have 5 minutes and 23 seconds before the next important moment. I watched it in India. They did the intermission thing like they always do. I can't even begin to tell you how grateful I was for that. That's freaking hilarious. It was useful when theaters were more of a thing. Wolframalpha.com. I sometimes use it math calculations. Also Desmos.com if you need a graphing calculator. Desmos is amazing. It should be worshipped. Wolfram also recognizes units. So if I need to find the Keplerian orbital period of a celestial body, but I have separation in miles and mass in stones, I can still easily ask for my period in fortnights. No converting units by hand. Teleparty. It's actually a browser extension. But it's fun being able to have movie night with the boys while on lockdown. Can you also use it to stream a movie you own, or does it only work with Netflix, etc.? It was originally created for Netflix under that name, Netflix Watch Party, then they added more stuff and rebranded. As far as I know, it only works for streaming services. However, if you want to stream a movie you own, just use Discord and stream your video player to the channel. Irrawa.org. The drug community knows about this one. This website is still one of the best websites for unbiased information about recreational drugs. This site has literally saved lives. I would always research on that site before experimenting as a teenager. It really helped me understand what I would be getting into and experiencing beforehand. That was almost 20 years ago, 2001 to 2002-ish. It's good that it's still around. The trip reports are really fun to read too, especially the bad ones. Oh yeah, it definitely stopped me from trying some stupid shoot like Datura.